Hey, it's Web Suspect. I'm doing a video today on how to get views to your channel, and since my channel doesn't get a lot of views, I'm by no way an expert in this, but I am interested, and I have issues with autism, and I'm interested in very technical things sometimes. So you have a channel, maybe you have some important information, or you're a big celebrity and you want to get a lot of views, but you don't necessarily want to put your name out there, or maybe combination of things. Maybe you're a person and you're a celebrity, and you want to get a lot of views, but you don't want to put your name out there to get them. Or you might have a personal view of something, or you might just be nobody and you want to put information out there and you don't want to attract a lot of attention. How do you get information out there? Certainly the internet, and this is a big secret, the internet gives people, this is a huge secret, the internet gives people the ability to do something that 30 years ago only a handful of TV networks could do. So some of my videos, a lot of my videos, I'm sure Ajax Loans is laughing, they only get 200 views. Now with 200 views, you get enough people's attention and enough people talking about something that you can make a major shift. But what if you could get thousands of views or even millions? You know, and if I was an unscrupulous person, I'd say, well, I'm going to sell you this information, and I would talk a lot and you'd get no information. Some of my videos that get bigger views, when I first started doing this, I wanted to put information out there, and I didn't have a video cam, but what I had access to was some clips, and I didn't sell them as my own, but things like Bushisms, I call them Bushisms, where Bush would be talking about something that would be totally irrelevant to prove that he was reading from a teleprompter, which Obama does. Obama is no different than Bush. One of the biggest videos here at the bottom is internet. Bush is talking about the internet, and people kind of giggle because he's talking about the internet in a plural form, which, you know, it's mostly just one network. One here is he's having a dinner party. It's from a major film. He's talking about how the elite is his base. In other words, he's there to serve the elite, not the general public. 79,000 views. The one on internet's 30,000 views. I have some videos, and these are 6 or 7 years old, on swarm bots or robots that are military weapons, like Terminator style robots. Tens of thousands of views. Drop-off points. For a while I was tracking drop-off points. I haven't made a video recently, but I know a drop-off point for cattle cars, so I could make a video on that. Probably would get a lot of views, because I got a few thousand views for the drop-off points for military equipment, and technical stuff. A lot of my technical videos, a few thousand views. The one on Terminator robots, there's a couple of them. I got one with a helicopter that shoots magic bullets, 142,000 views. Little robots with tracks, and these are 6 years old, 87,000 views. Videos about my dog, 200 views. It's crazy. Protein shakes, I got one where I show how to make a protein shake. It's a couple years old, 100 views. Fixing up buildings, 100 views here and there. Not really many views. Bilderberg, I went to I go to Bilderberg protests, filmed a couple of those four or 5 years ago, and last year, not even 100 views. People are just totally not interested in Bilderberg protests at all. Music, we had protesters show up and played music that you could put on a soundtrack for a major PBS movie. 50 views. It's unbelievable. I don't understand it. I did a review on the Swiss Army knife warranty repair service. Already got 1,500 views. Conspiracy theory, when shows where things where I call in and solicit TV shows, already 2,000 views. Like you would think, why are people interested about conspiracy theory having a season 4 and me calling True TV and saying, where's Jesse Ventura? Are you going to do a real TV show or just a Bigfoot hunt? People want to know what triggers people to search something for a search engine. I have no clue, but one of the things that analytics comes into play a lot is Google Trends, and I'm going to get into that later, where Google monitors what people are going to be looking at, and people can generate web pages and compete. But obviously, the more people you have looking for information, you know, the broader the field is going to be. So, you know, it's going to be more people competing and more people looking. So that's just kind of interesting. I looked at some other channels. A major celebrity in my area, his name is Doug Tracht. He's got a non-promoted channel. He likes to entertain people. Back in the 80s, he was a huge celebrity, had a morning show. It was a really good morning show. Like, I've heard morning shows that are just disgusting. His kind of is colorful and talks about things, and he tries to reword things so it's more like, you know, like little kids could listen to it or something and they wouldn't be quite sure what's going on. Same thing. Some of his videos, he's got one where it was raining a lot here, and he made a video called Rainy Day Fun, 200 views. But he went to the crab house with his funny little honey, 3,000 views. And one where he was trashing his house, called Home Remodeling, just to kind of make fun of, you know, like when you want to fix something up but you don't know how. 3,000. That guy's really talented. He should be getting thousands of hits. But you know, in the public eye, you don't get to decide. It's the general public. And PAINSCOURT, of course, my favorite. Same thing. Some of his videos get 50 to 200 views on a regular basis. And he's got pertinent information out there. At first, I thought he was crazy. I've been watching his channel for a couple years. I thought he was crazy. I stopped watching. Then I realized, you know, this is somebody who's just generally out there, and they know the system, and, you know, they're talking about actually pertinent information. But he does, what made me think he was crazy is he does it in the format of El Luchador, which is perfectly fine. I don't have myself faced in most of my videos. So, you know, I don't want my, you know, I want a certain amount of anonymity, and that's what PAINSCOURT does. His videos, he does have some that have more than 200 views. Here's one, Triple Anti-American Threat, 1,000 views. 4th of July, David Lee Roth, found in Mexico. Why that would get so many views, I have no clue. 3,000. Barack rocks for president. Maybe just the fact that you say something positive about Barack, and then it gets a lot of views. There was another one that says, "I'm sorry I voted for you." Did that get a lot of views? Henry the Chicken, 1,700 views. Maybe we need videos about Henry the Chicken. I have no clue. Look at this one. Rochester, New York kids courtroom hostages, 13,000 views. Born to be Wild, Jihad Style, 25,000 views. Judge Lima, I noticed this earlier, accept sexual affairs, 29,000 views. Maybe we need to do one about, I think I talked about before, Eric Holder and John Wiener are running for president, and the party's going to be the Wiener Holder party. I don't know. It's very hard to make sense of. But Google Trends monitors trends that people are searching for. It's all kinds of mindless crap that's not really important information that people are interested in. Alex Rodriguez, Johnny Manziel, Washington Post, Biogenesis, Dustin Pedrea, Evan Longora, and others react to Alex Rodriguez. So that in that particular instance, people were looking for a search term. The Bachelorette, Dallas Cowboys, the NFL, Art Donovan, Artie Donovan. Now here's something I didn't even know about. This guy showed up at my church. He was friends with the pastor. And you know what? This goes out to PAINSCOURT. You know, this guy let me hold his NFL ring. That's a real challenge, to hold somebody's ring that they got an accomplishment for in sports. Powerball, Ultimate Fighting Championship. This could be, if you know somebody who's an Ultimate Fighting Champion, you could somebody could pose them as El Luchador and ask them questions. What do you think about politics? What do you think that most people are missing that they need to know? So there it is. Most of the stuff, Snowden. Snowden is a major search term. The guy that ran off to Russia, who supposedly, a lot of that smells to me like disinformation. I mean, I was talking to my mom about it. She said, why would somebody who only worked for the government for 2 months and have all this information, and he doesn't even have a background? I said, I got a college degree, and it's hard as dirt for me to get a government job, you know. But maybe the guy was dirty from the beginning. Bradley Manning. There's hope for Bradley Manning yet. So there's some of what people are watching, and that's the question in my mind is, what are people looking for? There's information that needs to get out there as far as things that need to be changed in our country, and things that people need to wake up and hear. But the average person is watching baseball or football. It makes me want to puke.